Previously on Eric and Sandy's Adventures with Bea and Stephen.
It's a 90-day fiance experience that worked out.
I want to go a little deeper and let's do a
She's the
focus
queen of deep
on
questions.
maybe that's my turn. Let's to touch this particular topic about the age gap. Because we all have our age gap, right? And Cindy is the youngest here. So let's dig in. Okay, so for men that are older, what is it like, and um, why do you guys want a younger woman?
Eric?
Eric?
All right, I'll go first and deal with that. Well, I tell you, one of the advantages of having a younger woman is that if you're not ready to just settle in and be at home all the time, you know, like a person like myself, I like going out to nightclubs. I still like going out dancing, and I really like the fact to have my wife going out and be able to wear high heels. And sometimes as the woman gets older, they don't want to do these things. And so it lends itself to having a younger woman when you really like going out and partying. And I like to party. I'm a Gemini. I'm a very outgoing person.
I'm a Gemini.
So,
But I had all my party when I was still singing.
Yeah.
I think I've exhausted all my party.
Yeah, she is.
How about you, Mr. Stephen?
Well, I think a younger woman, because I know in y'all dynamic, you don't always look at Cindy and think she's younger, right? She's just your spouse, and you're not always. And I don't look at Bay and think, oh, we have this 20 some odd year age gap.
Yep.
But I think the thing for me is that you really still feel youthful. Like you said, you don't feel tied down. Even if our energy is low, our wives have, they have good energy. They keep us feeling young.
Okay.
Because Bea takes care of me a lot. So I can't read small print. She's right there. She can read that small print.
same here.
Okay.
It's really a lot of little things. It's not, because most guys think, these old gal got these young women and this. It's
That's what I'm trying to address here.
yeah.
Like that age gap.
It's different reasons than people may think.
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so this time my question is for the ladies.
All right.
So why did you particularly wanted an older man in your life?
Okay, for me, since I was married before him, I was a widow. So for me, being married is like taking away my possibility to get a younger person, or even with the Filipinos, because back then, old ways. It's like, I have explained this before in J&K's vlog, that the old ways, like the old school Filipinos, if you're a widow or you get married already or you have a kid, like you're a reject to the society. I'm not saying that all, but the mentality, that's what I think
Yeah,
back
the
then.
Filipino.
So I was like, okay, let me try with the foreigner who are like older, because I know they're gonna be serious in relationships. So I'm looking for a serious relationship. Or like older man will be the fit for me.
Right. And guys, she was 21 when she was a widow. This was a
22.
baby.
When I met him, I was 22, turning 23.
Right. Okay. Okay. It's my turn
Your
to
turn.
answer. Well, for me, I've always I had relationships before that were kind of like this, just a few years ahead of me. I feel like I'm much more mature than them. So I was like, you know what? For my age, I'm mature than my age. So I would want an older man and a mature man because I know that you all have much more life experience than I do, and I really want to learn from that experience. And I know that I can learn from mature men, and I know that I'm gonna be taken care of. That's actually my feel like I want to be a baby or something. But now it's like not really, But women loves to feel that way.
Yeah.
They like the
are-
security, I think.
The security, and
I
and
agree.
it's not like you want that money or anything like that.
That's what you hear that so much. Like, oh, they just
Yeah.
want
This
money, they
woman
want money,
wants
want money,
security.
or they want to spend the money. And I never felt that, and I'm sure you never felt
I
that.
didn't. No, I didn't feel it.
And just to put some stamp on that, me and Cindy are gonna have our ukay trip on Monday. So if you don't know what an ukay is, it's a thrift shop. So we're not after this man's money. We love them. We've been together all for 8 years already. So that's gotta say something about the men and the women in this conversation.
Yeah.
Right, so I love that. I've addressed that.
I would like to add something like, speaking of love, people were like thinking about, nah, it's transactional. This relationship is transactional. I would say love or transaction, it will be they met in the middle. Could be this, could be that. It's balanced.
Yeah, I think it all boils. What are your intentions in going into that relationship?
Yes.
And I always feel that even with Jay, that what is the reason why you're in that relationship? And I know that you both should talk about that even before making it like official that you're gonna get married, because without that communication of both of your expectations, because both have expectations, of course, right?
Yes.
And if you don't talk about those things, you're just gonna run into problems along the way unless you really are in love with each other, push through all of the challenges and miscommunications. But I think that's very important to communicate all your expectations before you seal the deal of getting married.
Yes.
So yeah.
I found that relationships, because I've been in those relationships where it was just about the physical, and they tend to just burn out,
Yeah.
But if if you're at that point in your life where you can kind of distinguish, I think it's better to have that balance,
Yes.
where you have these responsibilities, whether it's the women to men, men to women, and it just makes things a lot calmer, I think.
Yes.
In the long run.
I agree. And I just, like to say marriage is a contract.
It is.
And, and
You
we,
have to decide.
Yeah.
The reason I came up with that is I'm not affected with the comments, but I've read some that give me the idea or give me the conclusion to do or to say something at least
Yeah. Yeah.
about now you're marrying a sugar daddy, this and that.
Yeah, we haven't had that yet, but maybe a few comments on Jay's. Every now and then something
I guess
popped
that was
up.
there.
Yeah, but on our page, I think the most thing that said, we were always talking over each other, but that's just how we communicate. We're not like, oh, I'm gonna talk, I'm gonna shut up, you finish. We just it's kind of flowing, our conversation. But it did bring our attention that for a video, you kind of have to have a little order, and you might kind of be a little bit more lenient to the person who was talking. But I just wish somebody would say something smart, but and it'll probably come.
Are you guys having comments like that in your videos?
I guess there was a J&K's.
There was
In
another
our video with the
J&K.
J&K's,
Yeah.
because I look at the videos,
Yeah.
comments on there.
Yeah.
There are a lot
Negative.
of good
No, they had,
comments.
yeah, they
There's a
had.
lot
It
of
was
good
just like
comments.
us. Y'all had a lot of great comments too.
But there are like one or two that are not good. It kind of affects me inside, but
Okay.
of course, my
Yeah.
husband is a mentor and being the leader, give me these things that you can't let that get into your heart, get into your head, because you're gonna be the ones gonna be stressing. I am a very emotional person.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times the people that lash out like that, they don't really have anything going.
Hi,
They don't really have things going for their lives, so they just lash out and pick out other people, because people who are positive, they're not going to do that, you know. And so it could just be somebody that just, you know, just has that chip on their shoulder and they
So
say things.
don't worry about
yeah,
it.
so don't worry about it.
I have passed that already.
Yeah.
So, I have a question for you guys. What can you say about Filipinas? Because not everyone was like, marry yourself a Filipina. And since you both are married to a Filipina, what can you say? What can you say about being married to Cindy? The best qualities that you think she possesses?
I would say very caring and loving person, and a good-natured person. And that's one of the things that I admire about her. And when I met her, I often used to say that she looked so innocent, unscathed and untouched as far as the riffraff that some of the women have in the States. So those are some good qualities I think that she has. And overall, she has good wifely duty qualities, so to speak. She's a good wife, and she'll do what it takes to please her man.
Okay. How about you? You better say it nice. I'm always the funny one.
Yeah, well, you know, for me it's similar. You know, I'm not gonna just copycat your answers, but I could, because everything you described about Cindy Bea is like that too. In fact, I realized that when I moved here, I had never laughed so much in years. Probably, you know, when I was kicking it with my frat brothers and we were just laughing about things, you know, we would laugh about anything. And I told her that. You know, I have a picture once. We were trying to take she really is silly.
In our videos, I will be like kind of serious, but I'm really good.
She is silly. Sometimes I have to tell her, quit being so silly and goofy, you know. And even back when she would sing, I'd be like, I dare you to do this crazy, you know, some silly dance. And she'd be singing and start doing this dance, you know. And I'm like, I can't believe she did that with an audience of people watching. But, you know, I feel like, you know, Bea is a partner. You know, somebody, I know I can count on her. You know, I don't have to worry. I know I can count on her. You know, the wifely duties around the house are just everywhere. You know, even today, for instance, I haven't ironed anything in years. So I pulled my shirt out, and she was still kind of taking a nap, and she peeks her head out. And, you know, she says, "You want me to iron that for you?" You know, and I was like, "No, I'm kind of enjoying this because I haven't ironed a shirt in probably 10 years," which is the truth. You know, but the fact, those little things like that, you know, that she'll, you know, look up and say, "You want me to get up and do that for you?"
I bet you feel guilty that he's the one doing it.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you're like, you know, let me do that for you.
And I'm so independent, so I don't ask her a lot because I'm just so used to doing it. But whatever I ask her, she'll do it. I mean, she does things faster for me asking her than she asking me. Because I'll be like, all right, give me a few minutes, and I ask her, and she just gets up and do whatever. So, you know, the main point I'm trying to make is just a true partner. You feel like you have a real partner in life, you know, for good times and bad, you know.
That's true. Because it's not always fun in the Philippines. That's what they say. It's more fun in the Philippines.
Yeah, the Philippines could get trying, you know. And I have a question like that. So sometimes when, say, you know, if Eric is, you know, just getting overwhelmed by things of the culture here, and I think we all do. I mean, how do you comfort him or maybe bring him out of it?
Yeah, as much as possible, I try to give him or make him comfortable. For an instance, like for the wheeler, like as much as possible, if we go somewhere, it should be air conditioned. I have to cater to his needs because he's not from here. I know he have some things that needs to be met as well for his needs. Also, other things like if there are like outages, like food or something like that, well, I find ways. I go to the certain store that sells this and that so that he can have his food, knowing that he likes.
Yeah.
That's like how caring Filipinas are.
Video way, we find ways.
Yeah. Look, y'all find ways better than BDO because I won't even get into how many BDO don't find ways to, keep you from standing in the bank for 2 hours.
Oh my God, yeah,
We've
that's
done that before. But I think you're kind of, you're the same. She tolerates, I spend way more money than she would like with shopping, trying to get, certain things that I feel comfortable having, or my almonds that are like, what, $700 for a bag. She would never spend that. But she knows that we're going to go to SNR, we're going to get my almonds, and she's just not going to put up a
I've
fuss.
learned over the years that I should really give him whatever makes him happy, but still in moderation.
The budget stuff.
The budget.
And that's a good thing too. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
She wants to keep our budget in check.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
Very
true.
frugal as well.
Yeah. Close it out. We had a wonderful night with this
Yes.
couple, and I think it's the first of many.
Yes, so we
Yeah, that'll be the
enjoyed
first
having
of
you
many.
guys up here, and definitely we'll have more outings like this along the way.
Yeah, y'all have to come to Iloilo.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That's a visit.
Check it out.
Yeah.
We will.
Alright.
All right,
So-
so
Once again,
this is Eric.
and this is Sandy.
I'm Stephen,
And Bea.
and this is Philippines in full effect.
Eric and Cindy's Adventures.
Signing out.
Bye guys.
Y'all have a great
All
night.
right, see you.